On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, we sit down with the winning Little 500 team who talks about their big win this weekend.
Plus, graduation is quickly approaching. We'll hear Hoosiers' reactions. What's Up Weekly starts now. Hello and welcome to What's Up Weekly. I'm Cali Lichter.
And I'm Lucy Kellison.
If you've walked past sample gates recently, you've surely seen a swarm of seniors getting their senior pictures taken. But who's behind the camera? Woo correspondent Lucinda Larnick has a story. Lucinda?
It's that time of year again where students begin to gather around the sample gates in their IU regalia and take their photos before the big graduation day. But have you ever wondered who's behind the camera? I give you guys a snapshot into the life of one grad photographer.
Look that way.
Each year, IU grads get their photos taken to capture their last moments at the place they called home for the last 4 years. For many, photographers know that this is a lucrative time to snap those photos, but for one photographer, it was an unexpected role she fell into.
I was required to take an art class for my high school, and I was like, oh, let's just do photos, seems easy enough, and I just fell in love with it. I was not planning on it, but sophomore year, my roommate's sister, who was a senior at the time, asked me if I wanted to take her photos. I was like, oh, like sure, I guess why not, because I've done portrait before, and I had such a good time doing it. They were so fun to work with, so yeah, we just like went around here, and I thought the pictures looked really good. They really were happy with it too at the end, so I was like, hey, maybe this could be a thing I could do.
And the passion and love she's poured into it has certainly paid off.
No, it's like, I think it's the most beautiful thing ever, where there's so many things I feel like that go unnoticed by us because we're just always so busy running around doing things. So what I really enjoy is just capturing those like special moments for people in a way that is true to the moment.
Taking graduation photos can be difficult as students want their photos just right. But Anya has a different thought in mind when getting those perfect pictures.
I try to capture more like those candid moments with friends rather than post pictures. So I feel like that kind of illustrates the college career more than a post.
And in Anya's photos, a picture really does say 1,000 words.
Yeah, my favorite thing is just capturing moments that I think people are really going to look back on.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Lucinda Larnick.
Anya may not have any more availability this semester, but you can always check out the IU student Facebook pages to see who's advertising, or you could have one of your friends capture that special time for you. Reporting for the last time for What's Up Weekly, I'm Lucinda Larnick.
The Big Woods restaurant right off Kirkwood is expanding their seating area. The restaurant is building a 1,000 square foot beer garden to help provide more year-round seating for the restaurant. The expansion incorporates a lot of windows to create an outdoor seating vibe. According to Big Woods manager Molly Dorak, the expansion will hopefully be done by late May. There is no change to operation during the expansion.
If you're like me, you didn't know that each school at IU has a different tassel color, let alone what each color means. But you're in luck because I'm going to run you through a color cheat sheet ahead of graduation. The College of Arts and Sciences, which includes the media school, has a white tassel. The Cali School of Business's color is drab, very fitting, just kidding, which is a taupe color. Education is light blue, which is different from optometry's aqua, Doctor of Philosophy's royal blue, and Public and Environmental Affairs peacock blue. Informatics, computing, and engineering is copper, which is a perfect choice. Law is royal purple. Medicine is Kelly green, which I feel is perfect for the Kelly School, but what do I know? I don't pick the colors. Music is pink, nursing is apricot, public health is salmon, which is my favorite color of the bunch, and finally social work is citron, which is a light yellowish. Whoa, that was a lot, but I can't wait to wear my white tassel with pride next Saturday.
A new clothing brand is on campus, but this one has a special mission. Two IU students, Josh Arano and Alex Bean, were diagnosed with learning difficulties in elementary school. Now the pair is making it their mission to end the stigma around learning difficulties. Through the clothing brand, they founded Twice Exceptional. The most recent product was the brand with a partnership with IU Disability Education Services. Plus, a portion of the funds went there as well.
It's about making other people feel comfortable. And that's what I feel like we're priding ourselves in. Creating a community of those alike, yet vastly different, where every time you put on a hoodie, it is your story, your failures, your triumphs, that's what makes you Twice Exceptional.
To find more about Twice Exceptional, you can visit them at twiceexceptional.us. Still to come on What's Up Weekly, we'll get you caught up on this week's trending topics.
Johnny Cash is releasing music from beyond the grave.
And plus, Kim Kardashian lost 100,000 followers after Taylor Swift's recent album. We'll tell you all about her diss. All that and more coming up.
Welcome back to Trending Topics. Now, Lucy, I don't know if you've ever listened to any Johnny Cash music, if you're a fan, but like I said right before the break, he is releasing music from beyond the grave, kind of, sort of. So there's a bunch of unreleased tracks that he recorded in 1993, not going into like all the music politics of it all, but essentially they were like never released. I think there's like 11 songs. So his son got a bunch of artists together, did a bunch of new like backing tracks, and it's coming out pretty soon. Yeah, 11 self-written songs.
Wow, I feel like that's becoming more and more of a thing with artists like Juice WRLD and the modern world. And for Johnny Cash, my dad will be incredibly excited.
I know, was it last year, a couple years ago, something similar happened with Music Beyond the Grave, and it was a duet with Bob Dylan. So, you know, this isn't the first time for Johnny Cash, you know, releasing music from beyond the grave, but I'm sure it'll be as fantastic as last time.
Well, I'm very excited to hear all the new tracks and potentially a new album. And speaking of albums that are putting people in their graves, Taylor Swift just released an album, and I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm absolutely here for this. It's called The Tortured Poets Department, and you're a lot bigger of a Swiftie than I am.
I feel like we're both mild Swifties, but I feel like on the scale, yeah, I'm probably a little bit higher.
Probably a little bit higher, but I was just excited for the song with Post Malone, and then I saw a song called Thank You, Amy. And the letters that were capitalized spelled Kim. And after talking to a lot of Swiftie sources, this is a diss towards Kim Kardashian.
That's crazy.
So in the track, she mentions, like, she alludes to videos that Kim has made with her daughters dancing to her songs, even though years ago she absolutely was ruining Taylor Swift's reputation. I'm living for the drama. I don't know a ton about it, but I'm dying to know more.
I know, it's crazy. I feel like this feud has been happening for so long, so many years. It's crazy. I feel like this is the most, like, not like direct, it's not quite an attack, but the most direct shade that's been thrown at Kim from Taylor.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see if there's like a Kim response. Or I know North is so active on TikTok. If she's gonna like post herself dance to the song, that would be actually iconic.
Dancing to Thank You, Amy. That would be awesome. I would duet it. That's awesome. And now Woo correspondent Grace Morocco is in studio to tell us more about Hoosiers in the news. Grace?
Thanks, guys. As you've probably heard by now, a live-action Snow White featuring Rachel Zegler is set to be released this December. It adds to the long list of live-action remakes that Disney has done in the past few years. Last year we saw Little Mermaid, and years before that we saw live-action Beauty and the Beast. But what I bet you didn't know is that an IU alum actually wrote the soundtrack to Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid. That's right, 1974 grad Howard Ashman wrote the lyrics to songs in a handful of Disney movies. In his lifetime, Ashman received 2 Oscars, 2 Golden Globes, and 4 Grammys. But Ashman isn't the only Hoosier involved. Remember the dad in the Beauty and the Beast? He just so happens to be an IU alum too. 1970 graduate Kevin Kline played Maurice in the 2018 remake. Kline did say in an interview that he always had some trouble going to class every day, but can you really blame him? And in addition to his work with Disney, Kline has won 3 Tony Awards for his work on Broadway and a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for A Fish Called Wanda. Now, speaking of princesses, there's a lot of rumors going around about a potential Princess Diaries 3 coming out. And even though it might not be true, actresses Anne Hathaway and Julia Andrews have both said they would not be opposed to a remake. I'm sure a 3rd movie would make IU alum Meg Cabot very happy. The 1991 grad has written more than 50 young adult novels, but her most recognized work is, of course, The Princess Diaries. And when The Princess Diaries first released, it was published in more than 40 countries and spent 38 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. And for Hoosiers in the News, that's all I have for you guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Grace. I really didn't know a lot of that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, especially everything about like the Disney connections. That's really crazy.
I did know a lot about not going to class, so I'm glad I could relate to
Yeah,
the story.
I also think it's crazy that Bob Iger, I'm pretty sure, was an IU alum as well. So it's just crazy, like Disney IU connection like that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and now turning to the Bloomington Brief, Logan Vaught is in studio. Logan?
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Bloomington Brief. I'm Logan Vaught, bringing you news jokes from Bloomington and the world. The Little 500 was this past weekend, the world's greatest college weekend. For my mom, who's watching, I spent the weekend sitting on my couch drinking grape juice and studying for my stats class. Nothing else. Nope, just a nice, quiet weekend. Totally. Yes, Little 500 was this weekend, a celebration of athleticism. But I'm not talking about the cycling competition. I'm talking about the competition to see which Bloomington students survive alcohol poisoning. 51,000 students enter, 1 remains. My money is on my roommate. In Maine, a gun store has become quite popular after introducing a pet cow as one of its new employees. Cade, the miniature zebu calf, is said to specialize in machine guns. So stupid. Okay. A mom from Virginia won $1 million from a Powerball ticket her son gave her because he was leaving for vacation. According to my sources, the mom's funeral is next Wednesday, and the son is reported to now be on another, more expensive vacation. British sheep farmers have begun using Axe body spray as a way to stop rams from fighting with each other, as the scent masks the hormones that cause the animals to become aggressive. If only Axe body spray could mask the hormones of 7th graders that cause them to be annoying. In Finland, a coffee roastery has begun selling an AI-generated blend. The roast has 4 types of beans, a hint of vanilla, a dash of cardamom, and a few tablespoons of battery acid. Okay, so the AI hasn't been perfected yet. Okay. A Nigerian chess master broke a world record for the longest chess marathon after successfully playing games for 60 hours. It is said that he played using the Nigerian Prince's Gambit, which consists of sending the opposing player an email promising millions of dollars and several computer viruses. And finally, a vote of no confidence has been passed by IU faculty for President Whitten, Provost Srivastava, and Vice Provost Doherty. In an attempt to garner support, Whitten has reportedly added chili to the hot dogs she throws at students at football games. Well, since the semester is wrapping up, so will I. I hope you enjoyed this week's brief. If you liked it, I'm Logan Vaught. If you didn't, I'm Alex Lisowski. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Logan. I'm gonna miss hearing your jokes every week, bi-weekly, you know, when you come in. And when we come back, the Little 500 winning team joins us in studio.
And we'll talk to the new What's Up Weekly co-host. Stay with us.
Welcome back. We are here now with the winners of the women's Little 500, the Kappa Alpha Theta bike team. Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here.
If you guys want to go down the line and just like say your names and like your grade.
I'm Claire Tips. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Audrey Laval. I'm a senior.
I'm Greta Heil. I'm a freshman.
I'm Bailey Capella. I'm also a sophomore.
Wow, that's incredible. So all these like time training and everything like that, how did it feel to be at the Little 500 this year?
It always feels like surreal because it's just one day out of the whole year and we train like all year for it, especially after the win. Like we just kept saying like doesn't feel real, but it was so amazing, especially having like all of our friends and family and all the alumni there. And yeah, it was a lot of work, but happy. It's just so much fun and we were just like so happy to do it.
I know that like when you're doing like any sport or any competition, some people say that there's nothing in their minds and others say that they can't stop thinking. How's it for you guys? I mean, also having to bike all those laps.
I feel like you're a good one to talk on that.
I think it was funny because I was the last one to go in for us, so I watched like a decent amount of these 3 doing an incredible job biking. And I just remember, like, I think I turned to Claire at one point and I was like, I cannot get my heart rate down because I was just like so excited and like obviously a little nervous. But then I think once you go in, like genuinely, like instinct does kind of take over because you've just like sat in so many pace lines and we've done a lot of race scenarios. So like you were saying, like I guess my head was sort of empty when I was in the race, but more like cluttered thoughts in the pit.
Interesting. So qualifications was a couple weeks prior. How did you guys take your performance at quals and like translate it to how you performed in Little 5?
I think obviously quals is, I think there's been a lot of talk about, you know, quals you just have to do it and you want to make sure you do it and do it your best, but it doesn't really play as much of a predictor on the race as, you know, the other events in spring series does. And I think 5th, we were all like pretty okay with that. Obviously, you always want to be at the best of your ability, but we were able to qual on our first attempt, and that's really what we wanted to do.
So I know you're saying there's like couldn't really predict from that. Were there like any like expectations going into the weekend, or was it just more so we're going to go out there and do the best that we can?
I think something that really helped calm a lot of our nerves is we tried to have as little expectation as possible. I mean, we were really prepared going into the race, but obviously there's so many different factors that go into who wins. A lot of it is luck. So I think we were just trying to keep like our heads straight and the rubber side down on the track, basically.
So obviously Little 500 is one of the biggest like team sports here, at least in my opinion, at Indiana, especially how important it is. So I know you crossed the finish line at the end, but how did it feel to greet her at the end and know that after all of this hard work, like you finally did it?
It was like the best feeling ever. I know everyone says that, but it's indescribable. And I mean, it didn't feel real in the moment. Like watching Bailey start her last lap, I was just like, there's no way.
And I think, I don't know if anybody really says this all that much, but it's a feeling of, you cross the finish line and that's so great, but it's the part of looking over and seeing these three and every single person that's kind of gotten us through the other 364 days that makes it worth it, and not, holding a trophy, which is also great, but it's that feeling of seeing that and just seeing, we put everything out there and it would happen to come with a win.
I think too, like our student coach Kathleen Lemmy was probably, I think, the most excited out of all of us. And in every single like news article and photo that we saw, like she was 10 feet off the ground, and just like seeing her so excited, and she was just such a, like she played a major role too in how the race was going, and like whenever one of us was nervous or like needed kind of a pep talk, she was always so good at like just making sure we were like amped up on the bike. They even said it on the broadcast too, like Kathleen Lemmy like is hyping up Audrey LaValle, getting her ready. And, no, just like she was so excited, the team was excited, and then Liz too, our coach, she was just so amped.
I know those are definitely moments that you'll never forget, but kind of like wrapping it up here, what's one thing that will stick with you for the rest of your life from this year's race? Hard question. I can give you guys a moment.
I guess I can kind of start. So it wasn't even in the race necessarily, but after the race, we all took the time. Every spectator had left, every news person, photographer, everything had left. And we were able to just kind of stay at the stadium, and we went and we sat in the middle. And we literally just laid down and we talked. And it was the fact that, an hour ago it was chaos, and it was just everything is going on in your head and you're thinking of every possible scenario, and then you just have this moment of complete calmness. And it was so cool to be able to experience that with these people, and nobody else is ever going to have that same experience and that shared experience, and I think that's indescribable, and I'm so grateful for that one.
Yeah, I mean, for me, definitely standing up there and receiving our trophies was like actually the most insane thing I've ever done. Especially just looking out on the crowd and seeing like everyone who came out there to support us, like our families. My best friend came all the way from DePaul. My sister entered enemy territory coming from Purdue. But it was just everyone who's been supporting us this entire time, like you said, like the other 364 days, like seeing them there celebrating us was just so cool.
Yeah, I think like we went in and our coach sort of like really emphasized the mentality of like belief in the plan and detachment from the result. And I think we did a really good job of that, like knowing that no matter how it panned out, like we were gonna be okay, because like the 364 other days were so great, and like you're not gonna cross the finish line and be a different person. Like we're all still the same people, like regardless of if we won or not. And I think knowing that, and then like I think it was just like surreal at one point. I was riding my set and I heard people from other teams like on the track saying "Go Theta" to me, and I was just like, wow, like this moment is so special regardless of how it turns out.
Something that we also do like before the race is we do visualization at Lake Griffey, and just like talking about all those same things came up when we were on the field at the end of the race, when it was all peaceful and quiet. It was just nice to like have like the before, like talking about like letting go of the outcome and just having confidence in each other and just knowing that like no matter what would happen, like we'd already won because we just have such a great team. And then afterwards, just being able to reflect on that. And the sky was also just so pretty at that point, and it was just so peaceful. And yeah, that's probably something that I would take away from it.
Well, guys, congratulations on your win, and thank you for being here with us today.
Congratulations, that's huge.
It is.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And on the other side of the break, we're going to hear from WU correspondents Shelby Brown and Lacey Carr as they take to Kirkwood to talk to seniors about the upcoming graduation. See you later.
Welcome back. WU correspondents Shelby Brown and Lacey Carr took to the streets to ask seniors how they feel about graduation coming up. Guys?
Hello, and I'm IUSTV reporter Shelby Brown.
And I'm IUSTV reporter Lacey Carr.
And we've finally made it to the end of the school year.
So of course we have to ask IU seniors how they feel about graduation.
Let's go find out. And since you're graduating coming this May, correct?
Yep.
And how do you feel about that? Are you happy, sad? Like, what are the emotions?
You know, at first I felt excited, but you know, since I got only like a week left from graduation, I'm, you know, kind of feel like FOMO, you know, trying to catch as much as I can, you know, hanging out with my friends. Actually, I'm a DJ. I just DJ at sports last night, you know. Yeah, we had fun, people vibed and all that stuff, played a bunch of music that I like, you know. It's just vibe and have a good time.
How do you guys feel about graduation?
I'm excited, of course, but obviously a little bit sad. These past 4 years have just been so special. We're on the dance team together, and we've spent all 4 years.
So it's very sad.
We've spent all 4 years together, so I'm excited for the next chapter of our lives, but obviously really sad to graduate.
Yeah, I'm excited. A little bit sad that I'm leaving all my friends. It was really emotional last night at the bars, actually. I was like almost tearing up, just getting ready to, kind of move on, going to grad school and everything, but overall good.
And are you excited to move on for, I guess, your next adventure?
Yeah, I'm going to Wisconsin-Madison to get my master's degree, and I'm extremely excited. I heard it was a good time. Kind of like here, a lot of opportunities, a lot of fun.
Thanks, Shelby and Lacey. Lucy and I are honored to introduce the people replacing us, our very own Grace Morocco and Carson Johnson.
Oh my gosh, hi guys.
Congratulations.
Welcome, guys. We are so excited to have you guys take over these chairs next year. Not quite yet. We still have like 10 minutes left of the show.
And we know you guys are going to do great, but we're going to do a little Q&A so the audience can get to know you guys.
Perfect.
Amazing.
So if you could start by saying your name, major, grade, just a little get to know you.
Yeah,
Ladies
I'll go
first.
So my name's Grace Morocco. I'm a sophomore. And my major, of course, is journalism with a concentration in news reporting. And yeah, I'm super excited to be co-host next year.
Hi guys, my name is Carson and I'm a sophomore. My major, I'm studying public relations and broadcast journalism. And I just want you guys to know that there would be no Grace and Carson without Cali and Lucy and everyone that came before, and we're going to try our best to follow in your footsteps as much as we can.
Definitely.
Oh,
you don't need to kiss up, you already have the job.
Fine, I'll stop.
So why did you both apply to be co-hosts?
Do you want to start first?
Yeah, I'll go for it. So when I first joined IUSTV, I was watching Cali and Anna do this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love being on camera, and I have a passion overall, I think, for entertainment news and pop culture news in general. I think I'm well-versed in all of it. And I thought that this would be a mantle that I could easily step onto and, you know, take over for you amazing people.
I have the same exact story. As soon as I came in last year, I knew that being co-host was something that I wanted to do. Like Carson, I love entertainment news, and it's something that I've really gotten into even since I was young. Like, one thing about me, I'm really into like celebrities, music, anything like that, fashion, so it's just the perfect outlet for me.
Well, those are two great reasons. Again, a little, you know, sticking up to us, but you're all good. You're all good. I love the ego boost. What's one thing that you guys are excited for next season?
I'm excited. I think we both have a lot of new ideas of guests that we can have on, different segment type ideas. So I'm just really excited to see how IUSTV is going to grow.
Yes, I'm also excited to see how IUSTV is going to grow. I think I have a lot of like new and fresh ideas that I can bring to the table, and hopefully, expand our viewership to beyond its already massive numbers, and just make the show even better.
So you mentioned that you're very excited to bring in new guests and new ideas. Do you guys have a dream guest that you could bring on What's Up Weekly?
Oh, do I? Taylor Swift. Please come on What's Up Weekly. Please.
She can't get out of our comment section. So.
Exactly. She's actually been texting me and kind of bugging me about it, honestly. So maybe we'll have her on if I decide.
Tying it into your earlier conversation, I think that I'd love to have Kim K on the
That would be a great episode.
Yes. Actually have them on the same episode.
Duke it out, like guest battles?
Absolutely. Yes.
I think that would be perfect.
I've never had a fight night on here, so that'd be awesome.
Lucy and I have come close, but not quite. And finally, what's one thing the audience should know about you?
Oh my gosh. Probably many things that maybe I shouldn't say on camera. I don't know. I think I'm willing to try new things. So hopefully that will come through in the videos that we make. We can try a bunch of new things and have really interesting content.
Ditto.
Well, guys, thank you so much. I know the show's going to be in good hands next year. And for the last time, that's what's up this week. Tune in next year for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at IUSTV News.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Lucy Kellison.
Oh my God, I'm already crying. And I'm Callie Lichter. From the bottom of our hearts, Lucy and I thank you for an incredible year, and I thank you for an incredible 3. Thanks for watching, and Grace and Carson will see you next year.
Oh my God.